Hey, welcome to flipping $400 into a Ferrari, where last week I was strolling around a dealer auction with $60,000 to see what we can come up with. I couldn't find anything for $60,000, but I did find this 1986 Alfa Romeo Spider with 100,000 miles. It was in rough shape and we ended up spending $4,000 for it. Well, in today's video, we're gonna try to bring this thing back to life. We're gonna bring it back to its best condition with what we are able to do. It's a real fun video because at the very end, we're gonna try to sell it. Do we wholesale it? Do we retail it? Maybe we can try it on Bring a Trailer. We really don't know until the end of this video. But what's really cool is this is a car I haven't really ever seen, I don't think, in real life. So I don't know if it's rare, if it's not rare, if it's reliable, or if it's a clunker. We're gonna find out all of it in today's video. My name is Craig. Welcome to Flying Wheels. Now this car is kind of neat. I don't really know much about them. I've done my research, and on Bring a Trailer they were going for around $9,000. Now I paid $4,000 for this car right here, but what was really cool is it came with a hardtop too, which I've actually never seen, which makes this car a lot cooler than I would have normally thought it was. Now this is like an 80s version of like a Mazda Miata, or it kind of looks like a Datsun 280Z convertible style, I would say. Now it's a very 80s style Triumph MG look, but it's an Italian sports car. It being Italian, does that mean everything's expensive? Does that mean it's not reliable? I mean, is this one of those cars that got a bad name for itself in the 80s and kind of gave Alfa and Fiat those rough Italian expensive sports car names without like the real performance? I don't even know. We're gonna find out in today's video if it's a cool car or not a cool car at all. Now I can tell you just by looking at it that it is a pretty neat car, and what's awesome is it came with lots of spare parts. So we're gonna get going on it today, and we're gonna try to bring this thing back to life. Now I really don't know what these cars are worth, but I have seen on Bring a Trailer them sell between $9,500 all the way up to $27,000. So here's the Alfa Romeo. Now you can see that looks like somebody taped this panel on, and we have the tape residue still right here. That's been on there a long time. Now I know that the previous owner had started the restoration process. You can see that they refinished the seats. The dashboard does have a couple cracks in it. The carpeting is in fair condition, but it is faded in some areas. The center console is just dirty. Like, take a look at this now, because I think we can clean this up and make it look really nice. Now this is bugging me. This seat right here, see that little hole? I sat on the seat with a pen in my back pocket and it stabbed the seat. So that little hole in this brand new upholstery is from me. Now, Alfa Romeo steering wheel has been replaced with this aftermarket Alfa Romeo steering wheel, which actually is a nice spruce up on the car. It looks good. Dashboard, I'm not sure if we're gonna leave it alone or not. Oh, look at the tap when the speedometer when I tap it. Does have a very 1990 CD player. Like, this is what I would have had in my cars when I got my driver's license. Power windows are here, which is kind of cool. And this is a Momo shift knob, full solid wood Momo shift knob. Now going into the back, see, this is what I mean by we need to clean it out. So we're gonna take the seats out. I wonder what should have been back here. Would there have been seats back here too? I have no idea. Well, today we're gonna figure it all out, and you're gonna figure it out with us. The good news too is it's not just me today. We have hired some new help, which has been great for me. Rasul from Turkey is here to learn how our process works firsthand, and he's gonna assist us all the way through. So you might be seeing him in more videos to come as well. And Rasul just found something under the passenger seat, some of Grandpa's old cough medicines. Empty bottle underneath the passenger seat. That's a little scary that somebody could have been driving around chugging this. So this car came from Massachusetts. Last time it was inspected was 2017. You can see it expired 8/2018, and they do their inspections annually. So this car hasn't even been inspected in 5 years, which is a little scary. So we're gonna have to check that over as well. Once we clean it up and refinish it, we'll put it up on the lift and see what it actually needs for repair work. Now this is a 2-liter 4-cylinder engine with a 5-speed manual transmission and 115 horsepower. So like I said, it is very dull to drive, but I think the idea is that it's little, it's nimble, it's fun. It's not so much that it's fast. What is kind of neat is this is an Italian sports car, and you'll see right here, oil. That's pretty neat. I like that that's in Italian. Look at this, what Rasul just showed me. There's only a couple screws holding these seats in, and they're not even held in well. Both seats. Okay, seats are out of the Alfa. We're gonna vacuum all of this, and then we're gonna remove these carpets, and I think we're gonna try to wash them to see how they come out. The other thing is there's a bunch of carpets over here, so when I have them all out together, I can kind of piece them and see what fits and what doesn't, what's useless, what's usable, and then we'll go from there. It's a lot cooler with the top down. You try lifting that side for me? See what it looks like. All right, window's clean. We got a little bit of a separation over there, but the top is in good shape. Awesome. So we're gonna get all these carpets out, Phillips screws here. Probably have to remove this center console or just move it out of the way a little bit. Nope, you won't have to move that. And if we can get these carpets out, we can wash them and see how they come out when we're finished. Record scratch. Time for today's sponsor. I want to give a special thanks to Tiege Hanley. Now, I get a lot of comments on my hair. I like to treat myself. And you should treat yourself too. Tiege Hanley provides products for men. I use it all the time and love it. Here's what it is and why you should use it too. So I place an order on Tiege Hanley's website and I get this box in the mail. Craig, what is this? What are you talking about? Well, my wife has like 1,000 different skincare products that she uses. I don't know what any of it does. I put it in the hands of Tiege Hanley and they send it to me. So I went on their website and ordered their level 1 kit, which comes with a daily face wash, which comes with an AM facial moisturizer, which also comes with a 2-time-a-week facial scrub that's exfoliating. And it also comes with AM morning facial moisturizer with SPF 20, which is huge for me. I've had skin cancer a couple times, so I always make sure to use an SPF moisturizer that's also fragrance free. Now what's cool is they have different levels. So like I got this one that comes with an eye serum and a super serum for my like firming. You know, I'm getting a little bit older, so it comes with everything I need. It's awesome. How do you use it? Doesn't matter if you don't know how to use it because it comes with an instruction manual too, so you know when and what to use at what points during the day or during the week. It's packed with ingredients that help reduce oily skin, reduce inflammation, and also help reduce signs of aging. Just like makes the whole idea of maintaining a lot easier for me. You don't even have to take my word for it. They have over 5,000 positive 5-star reviews online. It's an easy all-in-one product and I don't have to think about it. It just shows up and makes it nice and easy for me. What's cool too is you save 20% off retail, but for you guys, you know I got you. You get 30% off your first order of the level 1 kit and a free gift by clicking down below or going to tiegehanley.com/flying wheels. It's free shipping in the continental US. If you don't like it, just cancel it. But try it out. It's an awesome product. I like it. So let's get on with the video. Thanks, Tiege Hanley. All right, so we have all the carpets laid out. It's a foam cannon with carpet shampoo in here. I'm just gonna soak a couple carpets at a time with the carpet shampoo and water combination, have it diluted, and then I'm gonna scrub the carpets to see what stains we can get out and how much we can bring back to life. Now that it's soaked and soapy, you just scrub the carpets to see what comes out. And then I can use the high-powered rinse after to get all the dirt and nastiness out of the carpets. That was an easy one. I have a better tool that works really well as well. All right, so for all the more difficult stains, I actually have a brush that hooks onto my drill. Less work for me, because the drill does all the work. And now I can just scrub the carpets like this, and it does all the work for me. The problem is, on old carpets, you don't want to ruin all the fibers. So if I go too hard, you may pull the fibers right out of the carpet itself. Go right around all the carpets like that, clean them up, and then rinse them off. So instead of like a power washer that'll ruin your carpets, this will do all the hard work for you. I want to keep calling this thing the Spitfire because it basically is. But this Alfa Romeo, while we're working on this, we have multiple projects going on. So I'm just about to finish my Eagle Talon TSI while we have 2 other vehicles being detailed. And then now that we've taught Rasul how to clean carpets, he's doing that. With that in mind, having a new employee is really, really helpful because obviously I have help now. But more important than that, he's on board because he wants to learn from the ground up. I mean, he came in and said, I want to learn everything. He wants to learn everything from the very, very basics all the way up. So we start, I mean, I did the weed whacking, he took out the trash today. Then we go at this car and we tackle it together and I show him piece by piece how things work, how we do it, how our process and our systems work. And that way he learns to crawl before he just jumps on in and makes bad habits. Now, why is that good for you? Because you guys get to see from the very, very basics all the way up, just like Rasul does. We found an issue on the Spider. Now that everything's out, the seatbelt mount is rotted and soft, so we're gonna weld a bead in here and try to strengthen it up. We also cleaned the interior, stripped everything. Check out how perfect this trunk is. 0 rust. It's amazing. And now we're gonna clean under the hood. Now the carpets are clean, now the carpets are dry, we're getting ready to put them back in. But before we do that, there's some spots that I just don't like very much. So we're gonna take some carpet dye and just dust over it. You don't wanna spray right on it. You just dust it on. It'll fill it all in, make it consistent. You can see it's kind of faded too, so I can just spray it from afar, and it's gonna really bring these things back to life. And like I said, I don't want to put too much on in one spot. Like I don't want to just do that, okay? Even though that filled it in, it's gonna leave. Like if the dye doesn't match, it's gonna be inconsistent, okay? Luckily we have like a similar color here. I'm just gonna dust it on, leave it on, and there we go. Nice fresh red carpets. Here's another one. Now I have cardboard, so we'll put some cardboard for the rest of them. But if I spray the dye on here, some of these are stained, some of these are just faded. This will bring it back a lot. Just dust it on lightly, not heavy in any spots, 12 to 16 inches away, and it's gonna fill in all those faded spots. There you go. So here are all the carpets. A lot of carpets, because some are replacement carpets, some are original carpets. I can tell you though, they all came out great. So it's like a puzzle piece. Rasul and me kind of set it up to figure out where they go, and I think we did it right. I'm gonna figure out. He's gonna figure it out right now. This looks amazing. Times 100 from what it was before. Wow. Okay, so this Alfa Romeo, the wheels are just a little beat up. They're not beat up, they're just kind of faded. So we scuffed them, we cleaned them, we taped them off. I'm not about to dismount tires and rebalance tires and valve stems and everything, so we're just gonna tape them off. This right here is like one of those cheapy license plate shields that you get when you buy a used car, like to advertise the car dealership. I'm gonna take a metallic silver, not like chrome. You gotta be careful what you're using because some come off as like fake chrome and they look bad. Just a metallic silver that looks good on like, looks good on hubcaps and stuff. I'm gonna use that on the wheels. Here, you can hang onto that for me. I'm gonna take this. You can also use, I've done this several times in other videos. You can also use a deck of cards and you just dust it on. I actually don't like this color very much. I'm not completely content with this color choice. Every silver's a little different. I'm putting it on very light. I don't want to paint the wheel, I want to dust the wheel. Unfortunately, with this color choice, it looks like a painted wheel. I'm not really happy. So better, but I'm not really content with that color. We have a problem with this Alfa Romeo. Everything's done. Auctioneer comes tomorrow to auction it off. Thing will not start. Let's see what happens. It only runs, Dave, I'm gonna fire it for a minute. Only runs on starter fluid. Fuel injected 1986. I think it needs a fuel pump. Where the heck do you get a fuel pump for an Alfa Romeo from 1986? Here's the engine. Before. See that Alfa Romeo right there? Watch this. On that. Now I'm gonna clean it up. I'm gonna take a Scotch-Brite pad over the top, polish it up a little more, and look at how it stands out now. Guess what? The car is done. And not only is it done, it's clean, it's done as in it runs. Let's test it out. Purrs like a kitten with a full tank of gas. Craig, what happened? Was it the fuel pump? No, it wasn't the fuel pump. When we removed the seats, I guess we knocked a wire off that was connected to the fuel pump. So we traced some wiring, we found out what was wrong with it. Boom, thing fired right up, and I mean, purrs like a kitten? Not really, it kind of runs like a golf cart, to be honest with you. I haven't really driven this car, so let's go for a ride, let's go check it out and see the final product. Now, to be honest with you, this thing was kind of a rat when we bought it. I mean, I was not so happy. I mean, it felt slightly unreliable, it still feels slightly unreliable, but it's kind of neat looking. I mean, I guess we needed to adjust the brakes. I hope we can make it out of here on time. Don't stall on me. Drives like an old European car. Not well. It is not fast, it is not comfortable. I feel like a giant in this car, and I am not a big man. Now, I do like the factory air conditioning. This right here, very 80s pickup-ish. Let's shut that. Wow, it makes a big difference. Actually, this car is kind of fun to drive, and what do I own it for, like under $4,000, which is pretty neat. It shifts smoothly, it's running great. I mean, it didn't sound good at idle, but it is smooth and quiet and kind of cool. And to be honest with you, I've never seen one of these in real life before, so I have like kind of a rare car that I've never seen. Now here's the bad news. Because it wasn't running, I couldn't list it at my dealer auction, which might actually be good news because wholesaling doesn't really yield a gigantic profit. I probably wouldn't have made a ton of money on this car. The good news is I think I'm gonna try it on Bring a Trailer and see how we do. I've looked at several others that have sold in $9,000 and $10,000 range, which means we could potentially double our money on this car if we're able to sell it on Bring a Trailer. Now, we brought all the plastic back to life around the trim. The tires look great and the wheels are exceptional. Going down the body is clean and straight as an arrow. All the wheels came out awesome. I'm really, really proud of this. Going into the inside, we reorganized all the carpeting and made it clean and nice. We power washed everything while it was out. The seats had already been reupholstered, so this is what the seats actually turned out to look like as a finished product. Now, this car wasn't very nice when we got it. It really was in rough condition. We do still have cracks on the dash, which I'm not willing to replace. Everything works and it's been running this whole time. We also replaced the steering wheel with this steering wheel. We had two options in the car that was in the trunk. Now, the one thing I did not fix, and I couldn't figure out how to fix it, was how to open the trunk. You'll see right here the lever for the trunk. Pull this, the trunk opens. I don't know where those would go otherwise. I mean, there's no spot for them to be. So I kind of just left them hanging because I'm not sure what to do with them. Now going back to the trunk, we have the original shop manual. We have, I gotta return that fuel pump because we didn't need it. And the original steering wheel, some extra carpet, some extra gaskets, and the floors were exceptional all the way through the whole car. The trunk even shuts really, really smoothly. Now going to the engine, this little baby actually cleaned up really, really well. We polished the Alfa Romeo logos. We painted all the black that needed to be done because it was just not that great looking. And I'm really happy with how that came out as well. Going to the passenger side is pretty flawless. I mean, these are original moldings, original emblems, so obviously they're not going to be in great shape. But going down the body, we have the door handles that are a little pitted in the chrome as well, Pininfarina body style. It's a pretty solid car. If I was a collector, I don't know, I probably wouldn't keep this car. It's probably like drive it a little bit, enjoy it for a season, and get rid of it. But under that hard top, we actually had a soft top that was in really good shape. It looks like it had been replaced at one point or another. The plastic is clean, but there was a little tear in the seam right here where it where the rear glass window, it kind of disconnected from the top, which is a little bit of a bummer right here. The selling wholesale is nice and quick. It is nice and easy. The profits are a lot lower, but you're doing it in numbers. You're doing it in multiplication, so you have to move things quickly. I've already had this car for several weeks because it's been kind of a side project of ours. So I should try to list it on Cars and Bids or bring a trailer and see how we do there and try to actually bring like a retail instead of a wholesale value. Especially this is kind of a neat, like niche car. I think somebody would really appreciate driving this thing around. So the next video, we're gonna try to see if we can list this on one of those websites and see how we do. Check this old girl out with the top on. I haven't seen it like this since the day I bought it. This is a really cool looking Italian sports car, which makes me realize we are that much closer to a Ferrari. I got myself an Italian sports car. I really like this car. I mean, dang, this car looks good with the top on. Is it better with the top on or with the top off? This car's growing on me. Knock it off, Craig. Everything's for sale. You can't keep everything. Well, it turns out there's like a niche for these cars. I should have known it, but there's already people, like I've just been posting about it, and already people reaching out from all over the country that want this car. Now I don't know what to do, and I have no idea what it's worth. What is an 86 clean Alfa Romeo worth? Are there followers watching this right now? If you could tell me down below, I'd really appreciate it. Is it worth 10? Is it worth 15? Is it worth 20? I have it listed on my website right now for 9. And I think that might be low. I really am not sure. Also, I reached out to Cars and Bids, which is where I sold my Bentley. Cars and Bids wants me to list it no reserve, which means like whatever I get, I get. I can break even, I can lose, I can make a ton of money. I don't know what the best option is. What should I do here? All right, now let's go enjoy this thing. But first, I just want to give a special thanks to Tej Hanley, tej.com. Link in the description if you guys want to try this out for yourself. Thanks, Tej. Let's go enjoy our Alpha. Stay tuned for now. If you want to get notifications every time we make a new video, hit that bell down below. And also, if you hit the thumbs up, that's a favor to me to help boost your algorithm. And if you haven't subscribed yet, come on, guys, what's up? Subscribe down below. Thanks for watching. I'll see you later. Adios. Tried to accelerate, but it didn't go anywhere.